So yeah, I like to speak about grief in this video, grief, loss, because I've got a lot of experience with it. I've been through quite a lot of it, and I know it will continue to help people, and it will also help me as well, because at the moment I am waiting for some therapy, CBT or counselling, but there is a bit of a waiting list, because I've been through a lot of grief. I lost a best friend to suicide. Had a mental health breakdown in 2017. I was really thankful to have overcome that. I've been through some painful breakups, but within all that, I've had a lot of good in my life as well, a lot of good, and I think that's something to speak on today. I think the first thing I want to share that I've learned, and I don't have all the answers, and I've kind of realised that I don't need to, is we've got to allow ourselves to grieve. We've got to stop feeling bad about feeling bad and punishing ourselves for things that were not our fault and were not in our control in most cases. And of course, we all make mistakes in life, and that's where being accountable, apologising, and we all need mercy at times. So when I had the mental health breakdown, there were many things that are challenging. I think initially the hardest part about losses is the pain of being sad about losing something that made you so happy. So when I had a mental health breakdown, I had a successful business that took me literally life and death to build. And the whole process of building a business is not just what a lot of people think. A lot of people just think money, business, and wearing a suit. But it's like, no, it's like helping so many people. It's like all the relationships that you had during that time, all the meanings, your family, friends, life. For me, faith. The ups, the downs, the memories, So being in such a good place after many years of being in a bad place, working so hard and being like, I finally feel so grateful to feel secure, confident, financially, having relationships, helping people, to have then had that taken away from me unexpectedly and just having a vicious mental health breakdown and feeling like my life is over. Like going from being so happy in life and so grateful and just wanting to give, just being in a good place, never really believing that you're ever going to go back to a bad place. I think that's the beauty of sometimes the naivety of being human. When we're in a good place in our life, whether it's in all areas, financially, mentally, emotionally, our career, could be the smallest thing, like appreciating your animals, your cats, or when you're in a good place, you never kind of believe that you're going to fall back into a really dark place in those moments or in that period. So when I had the mental health breakdown, I just thought my life was over. I was in agony, I was petrified, I felt lonely, I felt sad. Of course, part of me blamed myself. That's kind of part of the grieving process. Even though it's wrong, we blame ourselves for things that we can't even control. So it's understanding that that we're human. It doesn't matter how strong you are, you've got to go through it. You've got to allow yourself to grieve and go through that process of being angry, being hurt, being lonely, feeling ashamed, feeling down, feeling guilty. But you don't stay there. But these are places that you're human beings. And then get the help that you need. So getting help is really important. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable and getting it out, because bottling it up just kills you inside. So when I went through the mental health breakdown in 2017, again, I can't say for sure this will work for you, but hopefully you can get something from a story. I thought my life was over. I was petrified. I thought, I'm never going to get my life back again. I'm never going to have love, peace, or normality. My mental health's gone. Everything's gone. Everything's gone for me. And that weren't true. I found a newfound strength through reading the Bible, praying with all my heart out, getting the professional help, the human help, and pulling through. And I got stronger, and things got better than they've ever gotten in the years to come, in the following years. And my friendships got better. I met some of the best friends I've ever had. So I hope that can give you something, but that came at a process and a time. I had to go through a lot of dark days and a lot of good days, dark days, etc. Then after getting back in a good place and having my life back on track and having love again in every area, I had some painful breakup. And then my friend took his own life, that I had such a good friendship with. It's broken my heart. I'm still grieving now from that. So, I'm trying to, it's hard to articulate this in words, but when you go through grief and you're in so much pain, it kind of forces you to find something that you wouldn't have searched for before, you wouldn't have found. And it's hard to articulate the word. I can't really find the word. I'm going to use the word gratitude, or just the most simplest thing in life. I think a lot of you will get what I'm saying. I can't find the right word right now. I want to say God, I want to say love, faith, gratitude, and I'm trying to find, it's hard to find words, but maybe that's it. You find something that goes beyond words, and you can appreciate a cup of coffee. You can appreciate having a meal. You can appreciate the smallest things in life that probably we all of us would have overlooked. And you can see me now getting nervous and stuttery, because this is what it means to get through this and not to give up, not to lose hope, and to help other people. That's what I've been able to do. And it's felt in the right way, get the help myself, but just help people by, giving fellowship, giving kindness, giving friendship, having a laugh. Even just being a human being. Yeah, that's it, being human. Doing the best you can to be good. And knowing that, things change in life. They can change from really challenging to really good. And as we know, if we're not grateful, and I'm not saying it's a punishment, but things can go from really good to really challenging. And that's for all of us. That's not just true for you or me or the ones that are grieving the death of someone or a painful breakup. It's all grief. I've been through all of them. An agonizing breakup, being heartbroken, losing all my money, being financially broken, losing my mental health, just being in a mental hospital, but coming back, and I want to continue to share my testimony and getting help from other people, knowing that I'm not better than anyone and no one's above me, and I really believe in my heart it's the same for you. So not giving up, but sometimes you have to give up. Sometimes you have to give up and give in to not give up long term. You have to be weak. You have to find strength in weakness. I really learnt that from my faith, and I've learnt that not just from reading a couple of chapters in the Bible or hearing it, but from being actually forced to live it, having no choice, and doing what I'm doing now and being vulnerable, which kind of goes against some of our human nature, and even mine, my pride, my wanting to be strong all the time, not wanting to admit that I'm struggling right now, I am grieving. What can you do? That's where compassion comes in. So making sure this is on. So finding, something in each day, even if it's in each hour to get through. And that's why I say daily discipline. Work out, pray, meet up with a friend, do something creative, take your mind off of it, listen to some music, or process it, get therapy. All these things. Do what you can do, which is positive and meaningful and common sense to get you through, and allow yourself to grieve and get the help that you need. As I said, I'm waiting at the moment to get help, so I'm having to do my own therapy and help other people. And I know all of you care about me, you're good people, and I care about you. And those that don't, find gratitude, keep going. So tremendous strength can be found in the most painful times where you just feel like you're weak, you're a weakling, but really you're not. It takes a lot of strength to be vulnerable and to say that I don't want to be a victim. I want to celebrate my friend's life or the person that's close to you. I want to, learn from this breakup and not have resentment and hate and anger towards the person that's hurt me and myself, and forgive, move on and learn and keep going and find the right person. I'm not going to let money dominate my whole life. And I learned this from my faith in my own heart. I'm not going to worship money, but I'm not going to give up because I've lost all my money. Money can be restored again. It's not as important as we think. We need money, of course. We need to pay bills. We've got to live. But I'm not going to let a financial deficit destroy my life, because you can come back. You've done it before. Money comes and goes. We can't take it with us, but do what you can to get yourself back on your feet financially. Obviously, don't use that as a defense mechanism to make yourself have no money and not eat. That's not smart. Don't give up, because I've overcome all these things at some point in my life. Financial, I've been broke. I've been totally broke, have no money, and then become financially free. So if that can't inspire people, and if that can't inspire me, then I don't know what can. I've gone from being I've gone from being suicidal and depressed and overcoming it and finding joy and peace. So don't give up. That's been my testimony, my story, and not just my story in my own life, but helping so many clients around the world and mentors and all of you just learning from good people. So you got to, you know, sorry, this. And acceptance, you know, accepting that this is where I am today, but this is not where I'm going to stay. And that's true. Just because you're going through grief now and struggling in whatever area of life, it can all cause grief, losing all your money, building a business that collapsing, or, you know, falling into a weakness of an addiction, or someone leaving you, or a marriage breaking up, or being hurt, or you breaking someone's heart you didn't want to, but you didn't love them, they weren't right, you had to end it, or, you know, someone passing away. You know, we all go through these things in life. None of us are above it. It's how we deal with it, and support, love, friendship, never giving up, finding gratitude, finding strength, and becoming a better person. That's what I want to end this video on. Grief usually makes people, through no fault of their own, become a better, have more compassion towards other people, and then life, you know, you have got a story to tell, and your life goes better. Some of the kindest people I've met have been through some of the most challenging, toughest childhoods and tragedies, and they've become so kind because of that. So yeah, you know, I hope that helps all of you. That's a mentoring session today. That's my honesty, that's a confession, and these are ways in how I deal with it and how I help people, and I hope this can help all of you. Right, speak to you soon.